Welcome to Probably Drinking Prosecco with Seth and Dak. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Let's hear that beat drop.
Ooh, with Prosecco in it. Oh, stunning. Yeah.
My dog's getting hype.
Every single time they come out.
Doesn't get old.
Oh
Doesn't
my
get
gosh.
old.
I can't believe you've done this. We love you too. Hang on, everyone be quiet. I have a message.
Oh, whoa. PSA.
That was good.
Chunky.
That was interesting. That sounded like ghost sounds from a movie.
It like jumped. It was like,
It's like like of a zombie or something. That's what I'm saying, like a monster sound.
5.
Okay, don't mind me today repping the Navy for hashtag Joey. Shout out Joey.
Shout out Joey. First thing.
Why are you being so quiet about it? Shout out Joey.
I'm in a hotel.
I don't think you love Joey anymore.
Oh, yeah?
You wouldn't even, you A, quietly shouted him out. And B,
Shout out Joey.
You didn't go to his softball game today. I'm calling
Okay,
you
told
out
me an hour
in the public
before.
eye. In the public eye. You're a fraud. A fake.
What did you say?
Joey, it's okay. I still love you. I'm repping you right now. Hashtag
Joey,
Navy.
tell me like more in advance.
I'm going to start the hashtag thing. We're going to start saying hashtag whatever.
Also, I don't want to watch softball.
Hashtag Blue Moon's disgusting.
Hey, this is probably Prosecco in this can.
Oh, you want to hear a story
You don't
about? So, fun fact, for my 21st birthday, for my first alcohol of choice, I chose Blue Moon.
Ooh, ooh.
Well, turns out I was deceived by the packaging because I'm a sucker for good packaging.
Okay.
And I was like, this looks fancy. This looks like it would taste really good.
It is
So
really good.
So I buy it. And mind you, I live in a dry county, like back home. So I had to drive out of county to go get my first thing of alcohol at 21 years old and drive it back. So I get back. It's not as cold as it should have been. And so I was like,
if it's even slightly warm, it's gross.
It was nasty.
It has to be like crisp and cold. Do you see the dew on there?
I say that. And like there are people who are like, Blue Moon's the best. And then I'm out here drinking an IPA, which a lot of people think is disgusting.
I mean, it depends. You got to get a Blue Moon from B-Dubs. Squeeze a little orange in there.
You know what I said? I said 5 or 6 Dorito chips would have been 5 or 6 packages of Doritos would make me happy. So I'm going for my third.
Do it.
Or
we love a little ASMR crunch.
Or do I go for one of my favorite things ever? Orange chocolate.
Oh my gosh. You know what's so weird? I've had that, but I only have that at Christmas time.
I love this. I love this with my whole heart.
I like it, but I can't just eat it all the time. I love dark chocolate with sea salt.
I'm sorry. Oranges and chocolate were made to be together. God said...
What about like chocolate and strawberry?
Put them together. I mean, like the Valentine's candy's quite good, but I don't think it beats orange chocolate.
Just I swear I only see that at Christmas.
I brought the entire 10-pack of Doritos out with me.
I brought Oreos, but they're soggy. Not sure what's going on there.
Did you maybe eat them while you were in the shower, leave them in the bathroom area?
They were sitting on top of the fridge.
Similar to how I had a shower beer or two.
Oh, I love a shower beer.
Honestly,
it's literally the best.
Not a fan.
After a long day at work, can't beat it.
I'd rather just drink it in my uniform and then be like, yeah, I feel better.
No.
I'll get a shower.
No.
But yeah. Hang on. Let me open these. And then you talk while I open.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little ASMR in the background. I'm sorry.
Okay, in the background. Now go ahead. Well, we've got a lot to talk about this episode, so strap in. Okay, it's not that loud opening a bag of chips. You're definitely like crumbling it. I'm humming it. How is it?
It's quite good.
How's Pookie? See, now that's crunchier than when you were doing it before. And I'm so hungry. It's literally disgusting. It was like, gulp.
That was so good. I was like, I really hope I shoot that enough and I don't choke on camera.
You know, one of those bags is like 400 calories. You're like,
you're lying. Actually, it's 150.
oh my gosh, you have the tiny bags then.
They're pretty small. Yeah, they're like. Hang on.
No wonder you could eat like 10 of those.
Hang on. Net weight 1 ounce. What are you staring at your phone for? Don't be distracted. We haven't talked in 2 weeks. What do you want to know about before we begin into the topics? Because I got some things to say.
Well, I have some life updates. Should we start there? Some pretty big life updates.
Let's hear them.
Well,
Let me turn myself down, actually.
drum roll.
Oh, wait.
I moved. Not the crunch. Drum roll. I moved from Florida to Maryland, where me and Seth actually met. So I'm back, bitches. Don't listen to me.
Anyway, exciting. So
It
you're
was stressful.
living.
Somebody who had this number maybe like a year and a half ago or so. I just continue to get calls from it.
It froze.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
He's on the phone. I forget I can talk. I don't have to mouth it. I'm like,
Anyway, so exciting. You moved to where we
Maryland.
met. Also, where Joey's
Yeah.
at. He had a softball game
Joey's
tonight,
here.
or so he told you
Yes.
to go to.
I will be at the next one if I can be. But yeah, so that's a pretty big life update. Left everybody I've known and loved. So moving on, bigger and better things. I don't know.
You'll find yourself your own Pookie.
Okay.
Someone who you can talk to, be friends with. It's Joey. Just hang out with Joey all the time.
I'll just hang out with you. If he
You
lets
know
me,
him.
I know where he
That's
lives.
a friend you have out there.
I could literally just show up at his place. He'll have to let me in. If I
You
bang
know
on the
where
door
he
enough.
lives. That is true.
That is very true. I passed his place a few times.
You need,
being here.
you need to get on my level here.
I don't have any chips.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, yeah? Look what just got
Cheese
delivered.
balls. Introduce us to your delivery driver.
Oh, you would like to know who is in this hotel room with me?
I think the audience would, because they're going to see her in the background the entire time.
All right, B, come here. Guys, this is my little sister. Come here. Bentley Brown. Say hi, Bentley.
No.
She's being shy. Come here really quick. Just say hi. Just say hi.
That's okay. I was camera shy the first time too.
B, do you want to do your ASMR segment? Where is it? With this? Just do that really quick. Watch. We
kinda
practice
scared.
this. Come here. Come here. Okay, she doesn't want to be on camera. That's fine. You hear that? That's a lip gloss.
That's quite satisfying, actually.
Lip oil. He said it's satisfying.
It reminds me of like Minecraft sounds.
He said it sounds like Minecraft sounds. We were playing with the mic and everything before I got on. But yeah, my little sister's here. She traveled with me. Money.
Ooh.
That stinks.
Could have been in a stripper's butt crack. Who knows?
Literally. She didn't hear me. Imagine.
Now that one I love.
What? Oh, the crinkling?
Mhm.
Well, so she lives in Texas, but she came to Florida, and then we did our own little road trip up here to Maryland. So she came with me. So it's been fun.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. So many sounds.
Just gonna title
Oh,
this
wait, what's this one?
ASMR.
Oh, listen to this one. Listen
me,
to this
like-
one.
2 seconds to plug in my mic. So entertain the people with ASMR or something.
Okay, I'm entertaining with ASMR. Listen to this, folks. Guess what it is? What did that sound like to you?
Either dog
Let us
food or
know.
Legos. There's no in between.
It was dog food. Yeah. Oh! Brr, 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 brr.
Okay. And she missed.
Oh. Listen to this ASMR.
Oh no. We have topics to get to.
That was
Is
my
that
dog eating a
Doc
cheese ball.
eating a cheese ball?
Yeah.
All right.
right.
Let's get into our
Go sit down,
topics.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you ask me how was Pookie?
Yes.
Fun
And you
fact,
ignored me.
I'm actually kind of ghosting her at the moment.
Didn't you say that last time? Sorry.
Well, the
if this is loud.
last time I was just upset with her because she wasn't talking to me. But now I'm not talking to her. But I kind of am. It's a long story.
Why?
We'll talk about it offline.
Okay.
Anyway, topics or
Well, what are we watching right now?
hang on 2 seconds
Oh.
before we get into topics. And while I'm doing this, turn up your mic a little bit. I'm gonna go pee. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, so you want to talk about things we've watched recently.
But I just want to say, before
I
we
would
get
like
into
to-
that,
No,
Barbie,
listen. Let me speak.
I'm listening. I'm letting you speak.
I think we should introduce a
Mm-hmm.
new topic with a similar theme-ish, but because I know that
Mm-hmm.
you haven't watched anything since we last talked.
Excuse me.
And I haven't watched
Look at the
anything.
show notes.
I haven't watched anything that significant.
Excuse
we
me.
should
I'm
do
currently watching something.
what are we loving at the moment?
Okay.
So, start with you. What are you loving?
Well, this won't be too far off of our old topic because
If it involves the ultimate, we're
It
gonna
is a
go. We're
movie.
also gonna do that next. But so save what you need to.
Okay, so we're gonna do the movie one next. What
Yes.
we're watching next.
Yes.
So things I'm loving right now. Well, I'm loving getting to spend time with my little sister, which you guys saw. Enjoying the weather here. It's warm, but it's not as humid. What else am I loving?
Burps. Food.
Burping, cheese balls. Yeah. My dog.
Oh.
What the heck?
Well, a few things. Unless you're done. Unless you're not done. Continue if you need to.
I'm done.
Don't let me cut you off ever. Because I do that.
I don't
I've
care.
been doing that sometimes, you know.
I also do
Because
that.
I know, and I'll feel bad about it afterwards.
I
There's
always
a
do
little
that. I
bit
don't
of
care.
tism in me.
A touch of the tism.
Where the hose at? Have you seen that Theo Von clip?
Wait, say it again.
Where the hose at?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Not here.
Right here, be
Okay.
in that backpack in the top
Oh
portion
my
is small.
gosh. Is your sister more important than this podcast?
Yes. Absolutely.
That is so right of you.
Either in this pocket or in this
All right, cut.
That is so right of you. Oh, we're cutting.
No, not really.
What if instead of the clacky sound, the movie things, you know how they're like, what if there was like, that would lighten the mood on a set. That was a 2 for sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't rate it that high. Things I'm loving right now.
What are some things you're loving right now?
Okay, so actually I have empty bottles depicting the things that I love just by happenstance on my bedstand because I've been loving them that much. So let me grab them.
Beer? Oh. Doritos. IPA.
We'll start with this. Adult Danimals is what I like to call them.
Okay.
They're Chobani like Greek yogurt drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I bought out Walmart. Like they had no more left when I left of the strawberry flavored.
You know what? I bought those.
Yeah, they're so good. I use them for like my breakfast. Just like a quick little burst of like sugar and protein in the morning.
On the go.
Perfect. I love
On the
them.
go.
Except I like to save them for work to be like, look what I'm drinking.
Hot girl summer.
Okay, and before we go on to the second thing, I would like to mention that we've stolen some things from a podcast before, right?
Have we?
I've always said that.
I've always said that.
Which
Yes,
you haven't
we
even
have.
listened to the podcast, but I do on the regular. There's releases the same day, just a little bit later than ours does. There's releases in the evening.
Oh. Okay.
But sorry, I got a drink. It's that kind of night. Tomorrow's
Sorry,
Juneteenth. I ain't got to
have
wake
to.
up. Buffalo.
That's why you... Wait. That's not why you asked me.
That's not why I asked. We'll talk about that later. Don't worry. Anyway, so the second thing I've been
I
loving
can't chug my drink right now.
is something that Connor from that podcast, who also was the one who said, I've always said that. It's something he's been on recently. It's called Poppy.
Oh.
Have you heard of those?
Yes.
So it's like
I try to
Olipop.
like them. I'm trying.
It's like Olipop, right? So it's like a healthy alternative to soda.
What flavor do you like?
I've only tried the strawberry lemon. It's actually
Okay.
quite good. And despite the fact that it has apple cider vinegar in it and like all these things to help with like your gut and everything, it's quite good.
I've had the... What's it called?
Olipop?
It's supposed to be like a Dr. Pepper one.
Oh, I haven't tried it. I haven't tried that. I haven't even seen that flavor. I just saw strawberry lemon. I was like, that actually looks pretty good. I'll try it.
I need to try more of them.
But Walmart only had 4-packs, so I had to buy 4. So I was like, what if I don't like it? So I guess I kind of forced myself to like it. I don't know.
Okay.
Third thing I've been loving.
I think you need to throw your trash away off your
We've
bedstand.
already discussed.
We've already discovered I'm a pack rat.
Shut up. We've already discussed
So
my
am
other
I.
thing. Orange chocolate.
What other thing? Oh, orange chocolate. Mhm.
I was going to buy 3, but then I was like, I need to be a little bit healthy this month. So I'm going to buy 2.
But those hard ones, 3.
I ate 1. I already ate a whole bar. But
Have you had it
this
with
is my
like a
second one.
certain wine? Like you sip on some wine with
You
that?
know, I'm not a huge wine guy, except for Prosecco, obviously. Otherwise, the show wouldn't
Obviously.
exist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But orange chocolate is where it's at. Shout out Mom. She's always told me orange and chocolate goes together well. Shout out Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
That reminds me.
What?
What was Sunday?
Father's Day.
Shout out Dad.
Shout out, Dad, and all the dads out there. Look at my dog.
No, just my dad.
Oh, just shout out your dad. Okay.
Speaking of, Luke Combs. Do you know who that is?
Singer.
Yeah, he's a pretty famous like country singer. Surprised you
My
know
sister
that,
likes him.
considering you don't like music and don't know
Luke
names.
Combs. Lexi likes him. Country singer.
Yes, explain it to your other sister.
Too many sisters.
Sisters.
Sister. I thought you were about to do it at the same time as me.
I was doing.
You're,
What movie is that from? 3, 2,
What?
1. White Christmas.
I don't think I've seen that. Don't hurt me.
It's on your
I just
what
dropped
to
a
watch
cheese ball.
list.
Add it.
Anyway,
Is
so
there a
Luke,
list? I'm not watching
Luke
it.
Combs came out with this album called Fathers and Sons. It's
Okay.
quite good. It came out on Friday, so like right before Father's Day. And it's
That's
songs and a lot of them like wow. I don't know what to say, but wow.
Wow.
I felt seen. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Huh?
Is that Interesting.
But anyway,
I won't listen, but good to know that it's out there.
next subject, right? What have we been watching?
Are we doing? Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna move on to something else. I was like, are we
'Cause-
doing what we're watching
You've been watching Spider-Man again?
again?
The cartoons again?
No, I just watched those. The Tom Holland ones.
Oh.
I had to pause it to do this.
Oh. You've been watching what?
Stunning.
Which ones?
Homecoming. Hey, have you seen them?
Yeah.
So good.
Which ones? What's the second one?
Is Rebel
Without
Moon
Googling.
Part 2.
That's what I watched. I didn't even finish
know,
it, so
I
we're not
wanted
even
you
gonna,
to-
I wasn't even going to talk about it because I didn't finish it. I
I
fell
wanted you
asleep.
to boo it. I wanted you to boo it.
No, I'm too in tune with
Homecoming.
what you're saying.
What is it? No Way Home?
No, that's the third one.
Far From Home.
Ah, yes.
Not the late boo.
Anyway, thoughts on those movies? Any opinions? Thoughts?
I mean, I just keep rewatching them. They're so good.
I mean, that's fair, but I bet you just have a crush on Tom Holland.
I actually don't.
That's wild. Most girls do. You know who I have
Not
a crush
into
on
like-
right now?
Not into the white boys like that.
Adele.
But oh yeah,
Adele. You
I
want
see
to
her
know?
TikToks.
You want to know what I did to hype myself up for the podcast?
What? Listen to Adele in the shower.
I did. Shower Bear and Adele.
Because you told me.
I made a playlist actually. Where's my phone? Here it is. I made a playlist. It's got one of her lyrics in the title. I think Pookie snapped me, but I'll ignore that for now.
Don't you dare.
The title of the podcast of not the podcast of the playlist.
I don't know what you're saying.
The title of the playlist.
Total of the polar.
I don't know. It's self-inflicted pain because she has a song called. What is it called? Love is a game, and she says love is a game, played by fools. Hang on, it's starting to play on accident.
I hear it.
Love is a game for fools to play, and I ain't fooling. What a cruel thing to self-inflict that pain. She can preach. She
You're
can
like-
preach to the soul. You know what I'm saying? Queen Adele.
She can.
No, she can preach. But things I've been watching. Okay.
Rebel Moon.
I didn't finish that. I told you I fell asleep during that. I was planning to finish it before we recorded, but I didn't. I've been watching a lot of cable. Like TV.
I'm like, what is that, a show? Okay, cable.
So like Fixer Upper, Food Network.
Chip and Joe.
I love Chip and
Love.
I have Chip's book. One of
Yeah.
them.
Have we talked about them before? I've been to their Magnolia and Waco.
To the
I have
silos?
some of their clothes and stuff. Yes.
I've been there.
The bakery, all of that. Yeah, my family
My
lives like
aunt-
40 minutes from there.
So does my aunt. Where's your family live? Does it start with a
Temple
K?
or Bell? It's right by Colleen.
That's where my aunt lives.
Yeah, they live like 15, 20. That's where she lives. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. But it's like 15, 20 minutes from Colleen.
What, in Temple?
Yeah, Temple / Belton. They were
No.
just hit by 2 tornadoes
Yeah.
and just destroyed their whole area.
So anyway, I haven't been watching a lot. I watch cable when I go to bed. So I'm like Friends on Nick at Night or Modern Family when it comes on.
Love it.
I'll sometimes watch Impractical Jokers, but I try to save that when I'm in the hotel.
I was just about to say that. I
That's
literally
like
only watch that in a hotel.
Me, my dad, and my brother, whenever we go to a hotel, Impractical Jokers.
It's just 24/7 on.
You can't stop it.
24/7.
And, yeah, that and Fixer Upper. And some Food Network mixed in there too. So I like watch Chopped. I love Chopped.
Literally, we're the same human being. That's like, I love all of that.
Yeah. So, but I've been playing a lot of Minecraft too, with some. I mentioned this before. I run a meme page with some other meme page owners. It's not that late there. It's only 9:35.
Hey, let me yawn.
Anyway, so that's what I've been watching. I can segue to the next subject. Tell me two. I'm so excited to talk about it.
What? The Kings Kaleidoscope?
You want to know
thing?
what else I watched? Live and in
What?
person twice.
Oh. What?
Kings Kaleidoscope.
All right, let the people know. What is this? This
My
is going to
favorite
be a
band.
long one, folks. Strap in.
So I have 3 topics on here that all kind of roll into each other.
Is that the Great Reset?
The Great Reset,
And the
King's
hotel.
Kaleidoscope, and the hotel, all tied together. So we'll just tell the whole story, right? So a few months ago, King's Kaleidoscope announced this tour that was a little bit different than what they usually do. They kind of like stripped back their songs and made everything like they had 3 people playing and everything. So it was super cool. And they announced a tour, and I was like, well, they got 2 shows that are pretty close to where I live. Should I go see them twice? And on a spur of the moment, I said, yeah, I should. So I bought my 2 tickets, got a hotel room for free, mind you, using points.
Hell
And then I just waited until it came. And oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. Anyway, the hotel room, I get there. I didn't realize I had booked a noise hotel room. Like, noise. If you
Noise.
follow our Instagram, you saw. Which is really cool. This will
Follow our
probably
Instagram.
This will kind of check off that topic of the hotel room.
Okay. Ooh, chunky.
Give me like 2 seconds. Ooh. Anyway, so I posted
barf.
this. I posted this video. It was something that I sent to you, telling you about the the hotel room and how like big and cool it was and how much like I didn't pay a dime for it. Oh, I paid for parking, but
Yeah.
it was so nice. And then I tagged the company IHG. They're the ones who own that hotel chain. And I tagged them in it and they responded.
I cannot. I showed everybody. I was like, look.
I was like, we're famous. I took a screenshot and sent it to like everybody important in my life. I was like, look at this. I'm famous now. But that's not even the tip of the iceberg for like the famous talk. So anyway, I check into my hotel. I got a few hours before I got to go to the show. And I decided from the beginning that I wanted to take night one, no phone. Just enjoy the concert, take it in, be there, be present in the moment.
Smart. Interesting. Yeah.
And then, so like, I did that, and there's so many times I wanted to take out my phone. The first venue, like the first night, was so interesting because it was such a small venue. There's like 100 or less people there. Like small, like about the size of the church I go to, small.
Wow.
And so like that was really cool. The whole concert was just fantastic. Chad walked right beside me at that first night, like to get off the stage. And I was like, it's Chad. Hi. Hi, Chad. But yeah, so like the first night was super cool. It ends. I call Pookie and I say, listen, take out your notes app. I need you to take notes so I don't forget what to say about this. But I'm going to save those notes because those notes apply to night 2 as well. So I finish the first night's over. I go to bed. Well, I get home and I edit a podcast episode and then I go to bed. So like I edit it. I set an alarm for 3 a.m. so I can, once it finishes uploading, I can publish it because it was the night before we're supposed to release.
Damn.
So I published it at like 3 a.m., go back to sleep, and then I wake up and I have a whole day to kill before the concert because I have to check out at 11. So I check out at 11, do my things, buy like 4 vinyl records at Barnes & Noble.
Lovely.
And then I go to the second show. Well, while I'm waiting, like shopping at these stores, they have a Discord, which is like Discord's an app that's like messaging and it has different channels and stuff for those who don't know.
Yeah.
And there's a Kings Kaleidoscope one for like the band. And there's a bunch of people in it. And the guitarist who's not playing in the show, but he's running their merch stand for the show, he sends a message that says, would there be anyone willing to volunteer to help at the merch stand? And I was like, shoot, I got tons of time to kill, nothing to do. I've already seen the show once. I've got the merch.
Heck yeah.
I'll go. So I raise my hand.
Perfect.
I volunteer. I say, I sent you a message. He says, cool, show up at 6. We'll brief you on everything. And then when the doors open at 7, you'll be ready to go to help run the merch stand.
Cool.
So like I have nothing to do. So I get there at like 4 o'clock. 4 or 5. So I show up and I walk out and I'm just like sitting outside the venue. I'm sitting out at the venue because like I don't know what else to do. And I'm waiting for a slide to come on that says Kings Kaleidoscope showing so I can take a picture, post it on my story and say Kings Kaleidoscope night 2 because they are my favorite band all time. So I post this picture. A few minutes later, who comes walking out of the venue? Take a guess.
Chad
and Brian. So Chad's like the lead singer. He's the main guy in the band. And Brian, he played drums for them when they first started. Kind of like went back to do his own thing. And then he came back for this tour. And they both come walking out. And they see me because I'm wearing the merch from the night before because, you know, I'm going to rep it. I'm going to be like, this is night 2. You can't stop me. This is the last night of their little mini tour. It's the biggest venue they played throughout the thing, I think. And they walk right up to me and they go, are you here for the show? And I was like, I am. And like, so we talk a little bit and I'm like, is this weird? But can I get a picture with you guys? And Brian goes, yeah, do you want me to take it? And I said, don't you want to be in it? And they were like, yeah, like, you're playing in the show, get in the photo, right? You're a part of the band. This is all so surreal for me.
Iconic. Yeah.
So I flipped my camera to selfie mode. Big mistake. And
Why?
we take the photo. So I have a photo with Chad and Brian from Kings Kaleidoscope. It's my Facebook like cover profile now.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. And then Chad's like, yeah, JJ's in there. JJ's the guitarist who was running the merch for this tour. He's like, yeah, JJ's in there. He'll probably call you back in a little bit. He'll call you in a little bit to like go over everything with you. And I was like, oh, okay. So JJ never messaged me to come in. So I just walk up to the security guys. I'm like, hey, I'm here to help with merch. What do I need to do? And he goes, and they're just like, walk in. Come on through. Walked me right through the little like security things, like little metal detectors and everything. And then like talk to the lady at the front. And like, what's your name? Show me your ID. So I do like, okay, you're on the list. And they give me a little sticky like sticker that says volunteer merch person or whatever. And then my name. So I put it on and I'll walk out there and I get to meet them. And that was so cool. Like, because I haven't been in the customer service game since 2020. It felt like going back to that. And it was so cool because that was my first job, was one of my favorite jobs I've ever done. Minus like the pay and everything. But it was so cool.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting here like, you want this? It'll be this much. And then I'll be like, hey, can you guys get me this, and this? And they'll be like, yeah. And they bring it to me and I give it to them, whatever. And then like the show starts and I bought front row tickets for the second night because the first night they didn't have assigned seatings because it was such a small venue.
Okay.
But the second night they had assigned seatings because it was at House of Blues Anaheim and it sold out. But I got front row tickets. And when the show starts, he's like, okay, we're going to shut down the merch stand. You guys can go out there and go watch the show. For you guys who didn't have tickets, we have reserved spots for you. I had a ticket, so I just walked out there.
Yeah.
The concert was fantastic. I videoed what I wanted to. I posted one song because I felt like it encapsulated what the whole concert was.
Okay.
Like this really like deep and personal like worship session where like, because everything was super intimate and close because like there's 3 people on stage. They use like, you know, those old school projectors where they'd put like the clear piece of plastic down on the thing and it would reflect up.
Yes.
So they use those for a lot of their like visuals.
Yeah.
Like things I hadn't seen since like elementary school and Sunday school as a
overhead
kid.
Projector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was all really cool. And I came back out and sold more merch and then got done at like 11 and drove home so I could go to work the next day because I took leave for just enough time to get the concerts in.
Damn.
But that was really cool. So I want to talk about, let me find the photo of the notes that I had Pookie take for me. Because
Kings Kaleidoscope, are they like a religious band? Okay.
Funny story, my dad actually didn't want me listening to them because they have a song that has the F word in it. Oh, here's the notes. Okay.
Can't wait to hear the voicemail about that.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, okay, so first note I had her take was MTV Unplugged because that's what it reminded me of, like an MTV Unplugged, like super stripped back acoustic. It was a guitarist, a violinist, and some guy playing like pads and drums, like electronic drums. So that was really cool. The violinist, jaw dropping, like he was good. He knew what he was doing. I talked about the visuals, spiritual experience. It was a spiritual experience. Like to sit there and hear the whole crowd sing songs that you sing in like Sunday school, like Jesus Loves Me. Because they have a song that samples Jesus Loves Me and another like Sunday school song. Right?
Okay.
And like to sit there and like be in a crowd of adults, grown adults. We're all sitting here singing these like children's songs that are just, it's, I don't know how to describe it other than spiritual. Like it was something else. And like they do that at most of their shows where they play that song, but to hear it stripped back and at one point where they stop playing and it's just the crowd singing. And Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Oh, take me back, please. But for the first
that's really
night,
good.
I walked out of the venue and like the first two things I saw like were sin. I'm not going to say what the first one was because it'll get us canceled.
Can
The second
you
thing
hint?
was I looked up and I saw the what's it called? Church of Scientology sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, But to know that in this small venue, there was a group of believing Christians who were all just worshiping together. That's crazy, right? These people all believe the same as me in this sin-filled area and world. We all came together to just worship the God we believe in.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm probably going to get a little bit religious for the next like 15, 20-ish minutes, but it's okay. I really have to talk about this.
Okay, get it out.
I didn't make friends with any of my seat neighbors at the first show. Pookie made a note of that, unfortunately. I already said that. Less than 100 folks. I want to talk about, I also want to mention that Kings Kaleidoscope has been like the soundtrack to my faith journey. So like their songs aren't just like the typical worship song. They're very much like it's Chad's experience going through like his faith and like the emotions he's feeling. That's why the song with the F word in it is so impactful, because it is a song of him in his deepest, darkest moment praying to God, like, I'm struggling so much. Where are you? Are you even here? And then at the end of the song, it has like this whole orchestra just come in, and it's supposed to be God saying, or Jesus saying to him, like, hey, I'm still right beside you. I loved you so much that I died for you so that you could be saved. And like, it's super, that was honestly the first song I ever cried to. Like the first time I listened to that song, like for real, listened to it, I teared up. I was like driving home from working at the theater one day in my Jeep, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this song. I know it's got like cuss words in it, but I'm gonna listen to it and see what it's all about. And I just gotta say, that song, it's impacted me in a way I can't describe.
Well, I feel like those cuss words too are just like making a point.
Well,
like,
yeah, but like a lot of people in the church don't see it that way.
Yeah.
And
they're just words.
I mean, I agree 100%. But yeah, so that's my whole like spiel on the concert. Fantastic, 10 out of 10, would go again every day of my life if I could. But I also want to talk about how that trip, because I went to LA and stayed the night there. Because you know how we talked about like the mountains and going to Flagstaff, that was like the Great Reset. This was kind of like the Great Reset part 2.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the Great Reset part 2. I knew going into this that this was going to be a moment where, because I hadn't gone to church for like the past like month, I kind of like been sleeping in, not being able to wake up type thing. And I'd gone to church the week before, and I went to church. No, I think I went to church for the first time again the Sunday after that.
Okay.
So that was all really, really interesting. But I was like, I need to reconnect with my faith. And like I mentioned in the last episode, I think they have an album called Zeal, which is all about like regaining that childlike faith and sense of wonder about your faith, and like becoming passionate again. And I think these concerts really helped me, like, because I don't even know if I'd consider them concerts. They're more like worship sessions, and call it a church camp high, like we talked about. You can, because I'm sure it was, but I also still have that baseline of like, I know my faith, I know what I believe. And I came out of those concerts so passionate and so full of zeal for the Lord. Just like, this is my life. I'm unashamed of my beliefs. And when I talked to Maddie about it, or Pookie, however you want to call her, when I talked to her about it, she was like, well, maybe keep this stuff out of the podcast. And I was like, no, I can't, because that is who I am. Yeah. I'm not going to hide that. Like, I'm going to wear it on my chest. You know, they say wear wear your heart on your sleeve. I'm gonna wear my faith. I'm going to choose. I choose to wear my faith on my chest for the world to see. You know?
Absolutely. I would never tell you, like, don't. You know what I mean? Like, that's who you are.
And I started thinking about it, and I just started thinking, like, Christians in the church so often like to refer to believing, like, I believe this, I believe that. But for me, I take that a step further. I don't just believe, I know these things to be true. And so there was 3 things that I wanted to share on the show that I believe to be true. And like, this was something that I was like, I cannot forget this. I have to remember to say this because this is important to me. 3 things I know to be true. 1, there is a God who created the universe and loves you. 2, we are sinners. We have fallen short. We are not deserving of God's love. We're born evil people. We're not born good. But 3 is like the most important here, right? God loved us so much that he sent, and this is a Bible verse, I'm sure it's John 3:16 almost. God sent his son on my behalf that I could be saved and be reconciled with God instead of being judged and sent to hell and being eternally separated from God. So like, those are 3 things that I know to be true. And I know these things because I've seen, like, so often it's like, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm fearful because of this, that, and the other. And God said, don't worry. And somehow it's worked out. And even in times when it's worked out in ways that I didn't want it to, I know that there is a plan, that God has a reason and a purpose for everything, and that my life is going to follow his plan no matter what. There's nothing I can do to stop that. So no matter what, I'm being used for the glory of the one who created the universe. And that's so impactful to me. Like, I think about that almost every day when a decision is being made, when something big happens, like when my orders got canceled and when I got told I'm going to Seattle, like, those things, like, while scary in the moment, in retrospect, I will see that God had a purpose and a plan for this. Right? And so I think that helps me a lot. Just thinking about that and knowing that. So, I mean, those are just 3 things that I really wanted to share. I know last time when I said something religious, you were like, well, let me relate that. And I kind of don't want that this time. I just want you to say it.
That's why.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
No, I think it's important for you to get these things out and speak your truth, and just this
truth.
is who you are.
This is the truth. This is not my truth. This is the truth across the board, you know? And another thing I wanted to say, I know you're probably like, this is super religious. He's getting super religious on me right now.
It's fine. It's who you are. I'm not going to, not let you do this.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say is I'm praying for you.
Me?
Like, when I go to bed at night,
Thanks.
every night, I'm praying to God. Like, I'm praying throughout the day. Like, I cannot go out without being like, Lord, I don't know what to do right now. Please help me. But when I go to bed, I say, I just have a prayer, and, you know, I want you to know you're a part of that. And I'm praying that he softens your heart a little bit, maybe to be a little bit receptive. And I'm not saying you're not, but I mean, like, there's nothing more that would make me happy in the world than to know that I will see you in heaven, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I really appreciate that. And, like, I do like hearing you talk about these things and hearing your passion in them. And I'm a very open-minded person. I'm not going to say I have, I'm one way or the other, right? I'm not like fully against one thing, fully for one thing. I'm very just kind of float freely in the middle about things, but no, I really appreciate that, and your passion for these things are really like inspiring to hear how something can be so moving. I'm like, I just don't know if I care about anything that much.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, like I feel that way at times too, but then there's like, I don't know, I feel the presence. Like I'm like, it's like God saying like, I am here. I am here with you through everything. And so like, I don't know, it's comforting to know that there's a God out there who, for all intents and purposes, because of the Trinity, I'm going to go with this. He's felt the fear of death. Mm-hmm. Like in the Bible, when Jesus was about to be crucified, he was praying to God, to his dad or his father, like, please spare me from this. And he was so worried and anxious and stressed about it so much that he was sweating blood. And God said, I need you to do this. And like, it was a sacrifice that the creator of the universe was willing to make for me. And like, how can I, like, I'm nowhere near deserving of that. I am a shitty person. You know?
You're not.
We all are. We're all full of sin.
But there's worse. You know what I mean? Everybody's
it's
got
not about that. Like, I mean, in the end, we'll be judged based on our sins and according to the sins, because of the sins I've committed, which menial, lies, anything. I am deserving of hell. I'm not righteous enough to be in God's presence. But because he was willing to make that sacrifice, now I am. Anyway, that was my spiel on those 3 topics. We can move on now if you'd like. I don't want to like get you hung up on the religion thing for too long, because I know that's not your cup of tea.
I just appreciate you sharing, and I think it's a good mix that we have, you know, of that conversation and then our other randomness going on. I feel like that's very grounding.
Yeah.
Even for those that, I don't know, it's still just grounding to hear somebody's like beliefs and like faith.
Wild, because this has been 2 episodes in a row. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't anticipate it stopping.
It's fine.
Because I know God has a purpose for me, and I don't know what that is. I can't see it, but I know that he wants to use me for something, and here I am just trying to share, you know?
Hey, and I support, I mean, yes, we have this podcast together and all different things, but like, we're friends first. So I support anything. And if this podcast, you know, for you seems, you know, like whatever you want to talk about and have talked about, like, I'm going to support you no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, I'm never going to like be like, no, don't talk about, like, I would never, despite, you know, if I believe the same things or not, like I would never say those things.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So I think I've spent a lot of time talking. So I think it's your turn to talk about whatever topics you have, because I didn't really understand them.
I just kind of randomly shorthand.
Yeah,
I know what they mean.
As long as she knows, we're good, right?
Guys, this podcast is all over the place. Like, you got Seth talking about these topics, and they seem very, like, you know, serious, but also very, like, moving. And then there's me.
Who's like, I went to Disneyland.
I went to Disney. Karen story. E-scooter story. E-bike is fun. Those are my notes. Those are my notes right there.
Which, like,
I know what they are.
The e-bike is fun. I went to Baltimore one time with one of my buddies, and we just drove everywhere with those e-bikes. So I know that they're fun.
That's pretty much that one. It's just e-bike is fun. Let me take a time out because I got a pee-pee.
Okay, fine. Take your pee-pee. I don't remember what you
You're
said
not-
last. So, and action.
Oh, my topics. That's what
Yes,
we're
we're on your
about.
topics. That's right. Sorry, guys. She took a long time to pee.
Well, I had to pee and then I got another beer. And then I had to give her a phone charger and then she was showing me something she colored. Okay.
Your topics.
Let's just run through these.
Let's do it. Let's do it one by one. Also, shout out my Cookie Monster pajama pants that my mother got
Shout
me.
out.
Or my parents got me. I don't remember when I got these. It was a while ago.
Shout out Cookie Monster. Okay.
Oh, I see your sister in the background doing thumbs down.
Stop, B. I didn't even see her.
She knows about the quality of our show.
Let me finish up. Yeah, I know. Let me finish up, okay? I give you a phone charger right there. Where the
She
AirPods
said
are
you're
plugged in.
taking too long.
What?
I could tell she was like, you're taking forever.
Right there where the AirPods are plugged in. Yeah, take that and use that as a phone charger.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I went to Disney.
Oh my goodness. In Florida?
Well, we did. Yeah. I mean, I've been a bunch of times, but this is my
Then
last
it's
trip.
not really that cool.
Yeah, I know. Have I talked about it on here?
No, I don't think you have actually. Not the blanket.
But-
Should I pull out my bluey blanket?
Yeah. Us and our blankies were like,
We're
B.
adults who have blankies. This is my bluey blanket.
let us.
It's got stars. Hang on, let me show
Let
you.
us.
There's Bluey. And Bingo. Bingo's my favorite, though.
Bluey.
I love Bingo, the second born. My spirit animal.
Bingo. But yeah, I went to Disney. It was hot in Orlando, and it was a good trip, though. It poured on us.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a good trip. I feel like I had things to say about it. I don't remember them now.
I just went off on a tangent, and you were like, all the things left your brain.
Yeah. No, that usually just happens on its own. I do have a Karen story. It's not as exciting
I
as it
love
was in
Karen
person.
stories.
We were at the BX in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
the base exchange, and this old lady was like in line.
Which, hang on. For the people who are listening, the BX is the base exchange, also known as the PX. It's basically like an on-base Walmart.
Yeah, this lady was like just so angry. She was old. There's a lot of retirees in Florida. Patrick's Space Force Base.
That tracks.
She was just angry. So first, I don't think she could use self-checkout because she was trying to use like super specific coupons for whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to go into the line.
Mhm.
And she's just like, like immediately, like I've never seen someone act like this in person. And then she's behind us in line. And like we're just getting like one thing, and yeah, it's taking forever, but we're like, this just happens, whatever, you're in line. And she's just like, can you believe this? Like she's so upset. And then she just leaves with her cart there.
He left. Thank God.
And then she just leaves with her cart there full of stuff, like in line, just walks out.
Mhm.
And everyone's like, thank
Wait,
God.
so she stole?
Well, No, she left her cart there with all her stuff in it.
Oh,
Like just in the middle of like the area and just like left.
that's a power
But she was
move
also
right there.
like fighting with the lady, and the lady's like, okay, I'll take care of you in a second. She's like, rah, rah, rah. She's like, okay, well. And then we get up to the lady, and she's like, yeah, I deal with this all the time because they're retirees. And I felt so bad. I don't know. I just never seen a Karen like that in the wild. And I was just
it's the entitled care, like the entitled retirees.
it
who
was
really
insane. And then I saw her at the commissary, and I was like, that's her.
run.
Okay, so I went to Disney, Karen story. E-scooter. Okay, first, let me end with that one because that one's kind of crazy.
Okay.
E-bike is fun. My dad, I went to see my dad for Father's Day this past Sunday. He now only lives about 2 hours away from me. So me and Bentley went there this Sunday and went swimming in his pool, went to B-Dubs for lunch, of course, and then he took me out. Him and my stepmom have e-bikes because they go camping a lot. So he's like, let me take you out. And I was kind of nervous. Never been on an e-bike, but it was so fun. I'm like, now I need one. Like,
Yeah.
I need one.
Yeah, they're
It's-
fun.
It's the fun part of bike riding. Like you're just like while riding a bike, that part gone.
Yeah, yeah.
You just and you're like, wee.
The scooters are fun too.
Those are more scary though.
No, they're not. They're really fun.
Okay, well, speaking of the scooter ones, I've done them. They're fun, but like, I just feel more stable on a bike.
It's just scary when you're using them in Baltimore and then you're walking back from the movie theater to go get your e-scooter wherever you left it, and you start hearing gunshots and you're like, this is terrifying. Because someone's getting shot up like a few blocks away and you're like,
what was it?
Where am I?
What was the graffiti I was just thinking about this the other day.
I thought about that the other day too. I can't remember what it was.
L Long or what J Long?
I think that was right. L Long. Yeah. What if you know what that means and you're from the Baltimore area? Like, let us know. Deep side, maybe you know. This. You're in with the culture.
Deep side, we should ask him. But okay, me and Bentley were in Raleigh, North Carolina. I want to say it was Raleigh. And we're walking around downtown. It's a little downtown's cute. We went got food. We went in some little thrift stores, vintage shops. And I think we were walking back to the car, and I just hear like boom. And I look up, and all I see is this girl like kind of flying off of her scooter and then landing like right here and just kind of like folding. And I was like,
what?
And I'm looking, and then I swear I blink. She's back on the scooter and just zooms away. And then her friends, she's got a group of friends like behind her, you know, on bikes and scooters, and they just zoom like through the intersection. That's
resilience right there. That is resiliency like, at its finest.
So then that car, so we were walking, you know, one direction on the sidewalk, and that car was coming.
What's the One Direction song? I was going to sing it because you said One Direction, but then I forgot what it was.
They have many. Which one?
You don't know you're beautiful.
Beautiful.
That one. That's the one I was thinking of.
Okay, yeah, I like that one. She starts singing. So we were walking this way on the sidewalk. That car was coming through the intersection this way, and she was riding her scooter this way. So this car pulls up like on the side of the road next to us. So I kind of start walking, but then I kind of stop and look, and these two ladies get out, and they're like, did you just see that? And I was like, did you just, I didn't know if they hit her or what happened, but there was some sort of little collision. And they were like, she just rammed into the side of our car. And I could see they had like a red, you know, just regular car, the damage on the passenger door of the scooter hitting the side. So like they didn't hit her. They had, you know, green light, and she just bam into the side of them. And these ladies were like, what?
You know what's crazy is like in accidents like that, like the shock and the adrenaline, they'll hit like a car will hit them, and they'll get up and walk it off like it's nothing, but it's just the shock and adrenaline. And like once all that wears off, they're gonna realize like, oh my gosh,
she was like upside down on the ground, like feet over head, like on the ground.
Yeah.
And these ladies pulled over, and I kind of just looked at them. They looked at me, and they were like, did you see? And I was like, I just saw a girl, like, and they're like, she just hit the side. They were like, is she okay? Like, they were just concerned about her. Like, is she okay? Because they were okay.
Honestly, probably not.
And that's all they cared about. They weren't like, somebody just hit our car. You know, they were like, is she okay? Is everyone okay? And I was like, I saw she got up, and I was like, she just went that way, like down the road. Like, so the car was driving, you know, towards me this direction, and she hit and then just went, you know, the other way in the intersection. And I was like, and they were like, oh my gosh, looking at the damage. And they were like, where, like, what do we do? Because it's just a weird, you know. I was like, I don't know. I just saw her go down that way. Like I was like, I saw her, you know, flip over. I was like, she just got back on her scooter and rode away. And they were like, so she was okay? And I was like, I saw her get up and just down the street. And they were like, well, as long as she's okay. And I was like, well, are you guys okay? And they're like, yeah, you know, some damage on the car. We were looking at it, and I was like, they were like, well, thanks for like stopping. I'm like, I don't know. This was happened right next to me. Like I actually,
Yeah.
I'm just nosy and curious, but also I was just like, I'm glad everyone's all right. And I was like, I'm glad you guys are all right. And they were like, yeah, thanks. And then we just keep walking. And then, my little sister were just like, well, that was kind of crazy. So we get back to the parking garage where we parked because that's kind of where we were walking. It had to have been another like 60-second walk, maybe 2-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going up and around the corner. And we see her and the kids that they were with. She had to have been younger than 18, but older than like 15.
Tell me she wasn't like in pain.
Well, so we see her and all her friends, and they're kind of standing, it's in between big buildings. So it's like downtown.
Mm-hmm,
and we see, and like she's standing, she's talking, and they're talking to her. And I'm trying to be nosy like this. I'm like, just around the corner. We were just with those ladies. Like, this is not that far. And they're looking at her, and she's kind of going like this with her shoulder. And I can see them pull up her shirt, like in the back, and they're looking at her back. And we were just kind of talking about it, and she's kind of like, I'm like, bro, she's alert, okay, and everything. She wasn't like limped over. They were all standing, and she probably is gonna have some bad bruises, but like
she honestly probably needed to be checked out by a medical professional.
It was loud. Her room, like into them going this way, and like whatever I saw, like she went over handlebars. I don't think she went onto her head, but she went at least onto her neck, and then legs folded over her. That's what I saw.
My question is that considered a hit and run?
I think because the e-scooters and stuff, you have to be in the street. Like, you're not out on the sidewalk in those, right?
I'm on the sidewalk with those, yeah, because I'm being safe.
But I thought they had to be in the street. Like, I don't know what the law is. Maybe I'm messing this up. But I thought they were like...
I don't know entirely.
But technically... Yeah, because like she had to have been going fast because the damage on the side of their thing like dented.
Yeah.
Like scooter dented into the side of that door.
That's crazy.
And so she hit them. Like there was no damage on the front, not even like the front corner. It was like straight up door. Just the door. You could see like where the damage went down that door. And the ladies, they weren't even mad. They literally didn't even care about being hit. They were just like, is she okay? I just thought that was very sweet, but like it was scary. So that happened, and then the next day, I swear, or next 2 days, like 2 days later, I'm on an e-bike. I'm like, this is fun. But yeah, the scooters, I've heard some crazy stories. I worked at a school once, and this lady said she had a friend that broke her femur on an e-scooter. Her femur, like she snapped it just riding and like falling, and that's hard to do. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's my story. I still can't believe I saw that, but
I didn't encounter anything that crazy when I was on an e-scooter.
Just don't run the light, I guess. Wait for the crosswalk. Like it wasn't the like crosswalk. It wasn't time to cross. Like these ladies didn't run a red light. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like there were other cars driving. Mm-hmm. They just happened to be on that side, and like this girl just didn't. I don't know. It's a crosswalk. Like you got to wait for the light.
Yeah.
So, other than that, yeah, e-bike's fun. That was my e-scooter story, my Karen story, and I went to Disney.
Whether we hit them all?
All wrapped up.
All of our topics?
Yep.
So, before we continue,
that's what I'm seeing.
I want to mention, like I was talking about religious stuff. Mm-hmm. All the books, like all these books, there's a couple more back there that you can't see. Mm-hmm. They're all theology books. I thought that was really cool. I didn't notice that. Like in the background of me telling all that was all these theology books.
That's really cool.
So, anyway.
So you know he's not a fake. Try us in the comments. I'm just kidding.
It's more of so I can be like, yeah, I believe this. This is why I believe that. Yeah. Don't come at me, bro.
Don't come at him, bro.
But anyway, So we've been at this for an hour and 20, give and take, because of pee breaks. So we've got
like an hour.
our next episode. We want to do a little teaser for it, right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
This thing has been eyeballing me since I got it.
God, we're saving it.
I don't think you understand.
We're saving it. I told you.
I am very much I get a package. I have to open it. Dakota says, I'm sending you a package. So she sends me this package and it shows up and I'm like, okay, so do I wait to open this on the show or am I opening it now and we'll discuss later? She goes, you're waiting to open it on the show. So
and this
has
been a while because I've been moving. So like we haven't been able to record.
Yeah, I mean, we were supposed to record Saturday and then I got busy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We pushed it to
I didn't have a mic.
On Tuesday. Yeah. And I was like, thank goodness I finally get to open this disgusting package that's been sitting on the top of my thing. And so
staring at you.
I'm like texting her about the show before we start. And she goes, oh, by the way, we're going to save that for next episode. And I was like, there's no way. I have to open this now.
Wait, no, I put it in the notes and then you texted me and you're like, we're waiting.
Yeah. And so
I said, we will save the box and open it in the next episode.
However,
you're like, we have to wait.
However, what we're going to do is I'm going to open the box at the end, like right now. And that'll be like our sign off is when I'm opening it. And we'll talk about what the contents of the box and the topics that relate to it next episode. Okay. So whatever's in the box, I have no clue. It's going to be our teaser into what it's a teaser to next episode, which I don't even know what it's going to be about necessarily.
First of all, guys, everybody, stop getting excited about the box. It is literally just like random.
What's in the box?
It's not that exciting. It's just little things that I'm like, how do I get these to you? I don't
think you understand like how much I love packages. Like I said,
they're not it's not like crazy gifts. Like it's just little things.
I love Amazon Prime just for the boxes. Okay, so you kind of give a little spiel about whatever you want while I pull the box over here and grab a knife.
Okay, so I'm somebody that likes to shop, for people. And if I see little things here and there, like I'll be at a store and I'll see like, I don't know, like a little notebook or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of so-and-so. And it's, a couple bucks. I'm like, I'm going to get it for them. And then over, weeks or months, whatever, I'll do that a couple times for different people. And I'll have a little like pile. And I'm like, I should mail this to this person. It's usually my little sister. But I saw something for Seth. I was like, oh my God, I got to get that. And then, I know Seth is into some space related things. So don't show the addresses. Just wear it. Like, come on. But it's just little things. And he's been dying to open it. I'm like, relax, they're not exciting. Like it's literally not breathtaking craziness. It's just little things that I'm like, oh, I think he'd like it.
Can I open it now?
And before you open it, I thought it would be fun to do an episode of him. So he would open the box and then the episode would consist of topics relating to some of the things in the box and a whole episode around that because I feel like it's a pretty big topic. I don't want to give anything away. I don't know. Are we telling the contents on this one or when are you going to cut it?
I'm going to show the contents, yes. But we'll discuss them next episode. Can I open it now? Please, please.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome to ASMR Unboxing with Seth.
Also, I reused this Amazon box. This isn't like... Is anything
from Amazon? ASMR.
Oopsie. Don't cut yourself. Shh. Oh my God, come on. It's open, guys. You guys got to watch the video version if you're not, because
I mean, for real, like the video version is worth it so much. I'm going to put
Just
my
for
mic down
this
here.
one?
Let me know if you can't hear me that well. I'm going to have to open
Okay.
and speak.
Okay.
Okay. So, I don't know what this is, but it got a little bent. I'm sure you kind of figured that.
Oh, I bent it to put it in there.
It says ULA First Edition Ignition, the origin story of the Vulcan Centaur rocket. And it looks like
So
this.
I
Is this
I
a
had to bend
comic
it to
book?
get it in
What's in
there.
here?
So
Oh my
I went
gosh,
to
it's a
something.
comic book.
It is space related. So I went to something at Cape Canaveral, and it was called Family Day, where certain launch providers like ULA, Blue Origin, they open their doors and let people see like what they have going on, launch related. So I went to ULA, United Launch Alliance, and well, I actually had to work it.
We'll give a review of
And
this
they had-
comic book next week, by the way.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool. Actually, I had grabbed a few of them and stuff. I was like, "This is so cool," and I was like, "I think Seth would really like this." So I had to fold it a little bit to get into that box. But
I can tell. I'll flatten it out before next week. I think I can
Okay,
hold the box and show you.
I didn't like
show
fold
the
it.
next
I
thing
just
is.
feel like it was kind of like bent slightly.
Yeah,
Like rolled.
it'll flatten out just fine. So the second thing is, oh wait, is it three? Oh, there's more things. Hang on, I didn't see these things. We'll start with this next big thing, right? Actually,
God,
no,
I'm
it
dead.
It doesn't match the theme. And we'll
It
start
doesn't.
with
That's
this
the only thing that doesn't match. That's the only thing that doesn't match. It's so. That's what I started with.
My Yeti bottle is about to be covered in stickers.
So this is also from that Cape Family
It says
Day. I got a
New
bunch of different.
Glenn. This one
Which is
says
Blue Origin rocket.
TFO.
I forget
Blue
which
Origin.
one that is. Oh, their other rocket. What? What did I put in there? Relax.
I asked you for one of these in the schoolhouse.
No, you didn't. Oh!
I did, and you were like, "I'll ask my supervisor or whatever," and like they never got back to you. I'm going to pull this out of the package before we show it.
I forgot.
Whew, making a mess. So, like, when we first met, when we first got put in our groups, my first request was like, "Can I get a patch? Is there any way I can get a patch? I can trade you." Because like I had extra patches for my unit, and she got me a Space Systems Command patch. This is going on display in my office 100%.
So that's a patch I wore
this
every
is
day.
awesome. This is something.
So that's my field command. Well, was. Space Force doesn't have. Well, Air Force, Space Force. I'm Air Force, right? Worked for Space Force. So it's very confusing. But yeah, that's the field command I worked under. What are you
and a
gasping
unit
at? I don't know.
patch.
Oh, yeah, we just created those. So I
That's
worked for
awesome. He's
Space
like
Launch Delta
surfing on a
45
rocket.
Public Affairs. Yeah, so like Florida surf vibes, but then rockets, and yeah. So I get him one of our unit patches too.
Oh, another sticker that's definitely going on my Yeti water bottle.
Oh, that's the new Vulcan rocket.
Yeah, and then this says Vulcan, and it's like a little key ring. I don't know what I'm going to put on that yet. Because I have my sister's like key ring that she made for me. But I might put like my work keys on this and have like work keys and personal keys.
If you guys notice a theme here,
we'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about that theme next week.
Guys? We don't have to talk about it.
But there was something else in the box that didn't match that theme, so I saved it to the end.
This is the first thing I bought that I saw and started the box.
So we'll start off with, we have our mascots. However, Dak has not put hers on her Instagram profile or anything because she has been absent from social media.
I'm coming back.
Minus the social media post she put. Huh? What'd you say?
I posted yesterday, like the branches.
You also posted today, 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I posted today. That's what I just said. You went, huh?
Yeah. Well, so what is your mascot again?
Hamster.
She's got a hamster. I'm a panda. We're in the middle of the rebranding process. New logo and everything. Maybe a new intro. I think she's finally
Panda?
I think it's finally growing on her. So my My mascot is the panda,
Mm-hmm.
a trash panda. So a
Trash
raccoon.
panda.
It's not a panda. It's a trash panda. Pandas are different.
You said panda.
I have no clue how to play this, but it is a card game called Trash Panda.
I saw this.
And so
I don't know where I was because it was months ago because I've been accumulating this stuff, right? As I do.
I'm so
And I was like, I
curious.
have to buy this. I don't know. I briefly read it like on the back real quick or something. And I was like, that seems kind of cute. And I was like, Trash Panda. I was like, I don't know. I'm going to send it.
Stash the most trash and you're the pick of the litter. That's crazy. Well, thank you.
It seemed cute. Like when I bought it, like it seemed simple. Of course.
Now I feel like I have to get you something.
No, you don't have to because one, I was always going to send you a patch. So I was like, okay, I have thought about like getting a little envelope or whatever. But then I saw that game. I was like, oh my, it was so cute. I felt like it was kind of cheap. I read it. I was like, I don't know. This is like goes along with the theme, right? So I bought that and I was like, well, and I have to send them a patch. So when I have this little pile going, what am I going to send you a box this big? My brain starts like every little thing that I start to see here and there. I'm like, oh, this comic book is cool. These stickers are cool. Okay, my unit patch is cool. And I start just creating this little pile.
Well,
so it just kind of like happened. Don't feel obligated.
Did I give you a unit patch? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
All right, I'm making a package.
I think I got a patch for Joey too.
I'll need your new address so I can send you some stuff, and we'll do the same thing that you did for me. We'll have a whole episode dedicated to the things in the box.
So, with you saying that, if you guys feel the theme, minus the trash panda,
Space.
next episode,
Space. Force.
Space. Oh, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun because like it's a broad topic. I don't know. Who knows where it'll go? This way, that way. Woo.
Who knows? Who knows? Space is infinite. Could go anywhere. Could go to Mars. Could go to another solar system.
I love it. I know you love it. It's so cool. I think it's a cool topic. I mean, people who aren't even into it, like I've listened to podcasts, it's just cool. Like we need to start making topics, writing things down. Guys, send in voicemails and stuff.
I mean, you're going to tell me
this one?
That all of that. Oh, I completely forgot there is a voicemail. Do we want to save that for this one or next one?
What if we start next episode with unrelated voicemails, right? Do our normal little let's start next episode with some, and then we'll get into all the theme of it and do like a
So to the listener who submitted the voice note an hour before we started, don't worry. It's in the queue. We're going to play it and we're going to answer your burning questions.
Don't worry. And for people who want to send voicemails, how do they do it?
So there'll be a link at the bottom of the thing. Speaking of, this reminds me of something else I need to bring up. So first off, there'll be a link. There's a couple links at the bottom of our description page. We have our social medias, our Twitter and our Instagram. I think we have our TikTok. We have our website. And then if you click on the website, the first like little button that pops up says send us a voice note. You click on that and boom, you're golden. You're good to go.
Send us one, we'll play it.
But also, celebration, we hit enough listeners that we can finally accept monthly support. Now listen, I know there's only a few people that listen to us, but if you feel like you should or you want to support us in any way, you can support us monthly and as little amount as you want. You just
please don't feel obligated.
Nothing like a cup of coffee isn't that big of a like. You don't have to, for sure. Like whatever we produce, it's still going to be free. But we now have offered this option so that possibly we were able to like recoup some of the money we put into this because we enjoy this so much.
We really do. And this is also, just for us. Like, so don't feel like we're doing this just for
we're definitely not doing this for money, but like we've put money into this. So like if you feel like you want to help out with like the cost of making the show, I mean, we're not going to complain, you know?
I just bought this microphone brand new.
Yeah. So we both have
We invest in things for this.
So we've spent some money on this. Another thing that
Prosecco.
has another avenue that has been opened up to us is the possibility of creating, like, say, a Patreon or something where you can you can pay money monthly, and on top of getting the normal show, you'll get exclusive bonus content, of which has been undecided at the moment. So we're going to look into that. We haven't decided fully if we're going to start that just yet.
Well, like,
but
I'm
if that's
curious,
something you're
like,
interested in, please let us know.
what do you, if
And
they
what-
were willing to
Yeah, and
pay
what do
for
you want to
bonus
see?
content, what would they want to see? Yeah.
You want a whole
Like-
like bonus episode that we record just for the subscribers? Do you want to listen
you
in?
want to see Fee? Like, let us
You want to see feet? You want to watch us like
you want to
record
see
the episode?
dogs? Woo, woo.
Because the
Yeah.
software
Oh,
we
yeah,
have to record
live?
this, like, it'll let us
Yeah.
live stream it and also like
You can
invite
see
people into
all the
audience.
times that we cut to pee and like what goes on.
Yeah, you can see
and
what
those
goes
little
on
moments that you
when we're
chose.
gone away from the
They
camera
could
going pee.
They could see the little like in between moments where it's like before we start, or like our little chat.
Yeah. I mean, you
They could
guys
see
let us
some
know.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let
there's
us
some
know.
exciting opportunities opening. Our show, honestly, like our listener count isn't really, it's been kind of declining. So like share with your family, your friends, anyone who you think might be interested in. Because like as much as this is for us, it's also like, it would be cool to be successful. And we're too busy to really maintain the social media to go viral.
Yeah.
But hopefully the algorithms,
Maybe if we get support, we can get people. We can get a team.
we can get a
that can
team,
maybe
someone
help us do
we
these
can have a
things.
producer, someone to run social media. Who knows what can happen when we grow. But we can't do that without you, the listener, the supporter,
Yeah.
the subscriber.
So whoever listens, we appreciate it. And we're very thankful.
We are very humbled that you listen to our stupid little podcast for an hour and a half.
Literally so thankful that someone's listening. Even one person. Thank
Even
you.
one person. And, you know, on that note, to the people who are listening and who support our show, not just those who
And
support our
who've
show,
made it this far.
and to the haters, whoever's made it this far, we hope you have a fantastic week or weekend. If you're going to drink,
Please make sure to do it responsibly.
but make sure it's Prosecco.
Probably.
Probably. And cheers. You were so late to the game on the drink.